Careless.
Bag.
Where's my drink?
I ordered the 10-piece chicken nuggets.
God, what's
taking
Let me
so
guess.
long?
Is the ice cream machine broken again?
Hurry up!
It's almost done. Jobs. You love them, you hate them. If you're a longtime fan of my channel, let's be honest, you probably don't have one. But you know what? That's okay. Yeah, sure, to some people, having a job is a sign of hard work, education, wealth, basic fucking dignity, but for others, it's really not like that. The reality is, not all jobs are created equal. Some jobs are a lot shittier than others, and at times, it doesn't even matter how much they pay you. If you're thinking about getting a job, it's very important to weigh out the good and the bad, which is why today, I'm gonna rank them. Teachers, responsible for single-handedly carrying the next.
Yeah, we need teachers in our life. I'll say S tier, right? And stuff that they got to deal with. So yes, I gotta say S, because you have to learn. Shout out to all the teachers.
Generation of kids while being paid fucking nothing to do so. I know for a fact that anyone trying to become a teacher in 2024 is doing so strictly for the love of the game, because I don't know how the hell you even deal with all the bullshit that comes with the job nowadays. Imagine having to teach literally the most brain-rotted, ADHD generation of kids yapping about fucking gooning and Diddy parties, how to read, do math, or pay attention in lectures longer than 30 fucking seconds, all for like 40 grand a year. The older I get, the more I understand why Walter I was like, fuck this shit, I'm took math. Because no matter how passionate about teaching, the effort isn't rewarded at all. Like, after already being worked like a dog throughout the school year, teachers have to literally spend the summer crafting an entire blueprint on what to do the next year, completely unpaid. I didn't even know that. I thought teachers got a nice summer break paid off, like, hey champ, you earned it, go buy yourself a nice Happy Meal, see you in 2 months. But no, that just doesn't happen, because they're paid only for the school year, meaning that for the entire summer, they are doing schoolwork for the next year while unemployed, which in today's economy means that most teachers have to work a second job during their summer break just to survive. I remember when I was a kid, I used to see one of my teachers working at Home Depot during the summers. At the time, I was like, wow, he must be really passionate about home improvement. No, he's fucking broke! And they wonder why teachers are quitting in droves. I mean, shit, if I was a teacher, I would too, considering that ever since COVID, motherfuckers can't even read anymore, and students are disrespectful as shit. Kids are gonna be kids. I get that. But Jesus Christ, there's an actual incentive to be a menace in school now. From robbing school property or throwing hands with the teachers. It's getting brutal out there. What's the point of even trying to create a fun, engaging class environment when you're barely getting paid and the students are the ones bullying you? I completely understand why some teachers would.
Listen, let's just say you're a teacher and the student put their hands on you. What would you do in the situation? What would you do?
Would have mental breakdowns in the classroom because the shit they have to deal with is just ridiculous. But you might be like, Habibi, there's always gonna be kids that are disrespectful and angsty towards teachers when they're growing up. That's just how it is. And you're right, but at least back then, teachers could respond by beating the shit out of them, so this is enough. Now, if you work in fast food, chances are that you're either a young buck trying to get some work experience or a 45-year-old wondering where it all went wrong.
Yeah, it's either that. It's no in between. It's either 15 to 17 or 40s, or even this is your last option and they just happily accepted you to be in here. Now it just depends. You know, you got to check. I mean, every job will work you to death, really. So I just think that people just scared to really do hard work though, because that's why they can't really handle it, or they just be scared. It's not that, it's just y'all can't handle the hard work though, right? Flipping patties for hours all day. And you know Chick-fil-A gonna work you for real, because if you try to go outside of the drive-thru, it's either gonna be in the hot sun or you just gonna be there. I don't know if they still be standing there in the rain. I never went there while it's raining. I don't know. But you know. Would I rate it a F? F, working there, but going there and eating, F.
Wrong, because let's be honest. Nobody likes working in fast food. The pay is shit, it smells like shit, the customers suck, and your value as a worker literally boils down to nothing more than just putting the fries in the bag, bro. That's actually the very reason why customers feel empowered to treat you like shit. Because even though the job itself isn't very hard, fast food workers still gotta put up with so much bullshit mentally with these customers. You get absolutely no respect. Like some random 16-year-old will get berated over the price of food they can't even control. Or God.
Yeah, then I forgot you know how to deal with rude customers or Karens. that you don't even got control over. They're gonna be like, put on the verse. They can be storming. It's gonna be storming with the bag crumbled up in their hand. Like, yeah, so my order's wrong. Y'all completely messed it up. I want a refund now. Let me speak to the manager. Don't even give you no time to speak. And it's not even your control. You're just a cashier. You know? But or they just say, can you make this again? Or all that.
Forbid they make a mistake in an order. Sound the fucking alarms. I swear to God, bro, some of these freakouts, you think the employee ran over someone's dog, but no, it's all because some fat ass only got 7 Big Macs instead of 8. I mean, I guess the one positive in all that is that the more bullshit you put up with, the more numb to it you get. Dealing with these people for God knows how long will give you thicker skin. But again, nobody deserves being treated like this. I feel like the phrase, the customer is always right, has given the green light to some of the biggest assholes to make an already miserable minimum wage job even more miserable. And these problems get even worse when you end up understaffed and have to somehow compensate for the massive fucking...
Hey man, we all went there. We all been through there. Listen, that's with every job though. Like I say. Hey, y'all can't be scared of hard work though. You know? If you just think your job just gonna be an easy swing in the park, it's not. Every job requires hard work. And every position in the job is not harder than nothing else. Well, it's not easier. Everything is equally the same. Right? Like I told you. In retail, every day at a random time of the day, it don't have to be it can even start at 10 a.m. or even 12 p.m. or even 6 p.m. They call this the rush hours or the rush. That's when everybody just come in, hella baskets or carts are going, and then everybody just looking to go home. Then they're going to go right into your aisle. The thing is, I was never overwhelmed because I was just ready. I'll just be swiping fast, putting the items in the bag and then go. But every time when you do that, that gives other customers like, okay, look. He's working fast. Let's just go to his line. Then just keep repeating over and over. And then especially, if you're trying to leave, they say you're supposed to be leaving at 7. You're not going to leave at 7. You're going to leave like at 8 because you're going to have to deal with the rush. And it's going to be understaffed. You already been there, already done that. Hey, like for real. For real. Then this is you all alone. Then they're doing this. Yeah. I know.
Fucking volume of customers during rush hour. But the one thing that can actually make this job tolerable for you are in fact your coworkers. If you happen to have chill coworkers, at the very least they can slide you some drugs to get you through your shift. So I'd say this is like a D. Also, fuck Burger King. Being a doctor is one of the most highly respected professions in the world.
Yeah, S. You save people's lives. Well, yeah. I think I'm getting it mixed up with the surgeon. I think doctors still do save your life. They check up on you, give you the prescriptions, And then I'll be seeing like people be dying because the doctor's signature is so wrong, even though they just do this. This is the signature that they do. Let me show you. Right, because if you go to whatever, and then you hand them the prescription, they're gonna be like this. Oh yeah, what's your name? Anna. Okay, you got a fever. All right, here you go. This literally this intro right here. That's it. I don't know how they read it, but they read it. Shout out to doctors though, that's Esther.
It requires an immense amount of schooling and expertise, and as a result, patients trust you with their health and well-being. Sure, you spend a whole ass decade of your life studying, developing various mental disorders, and have a ton of fucking debt to show for it, but you know what? At least you get paid good. Now, the ranking of the doctor job is kind of difficult because obviously a pediatrician is going to have an easier day-to-day than like a brain surgeon.
Yeah. They be working with the kids, but I just think that if you work with kids, that's going to be a little bit harder though, because they're children instead of adults. But then even though, like I said, I respect all y'all, the nurses, all that, y'all wear the mask all day. It's cold in there. Y'all barely eating. And y'all work like 12 plus hour shifts. Yeah, that's crazy. But y'all are getting paid though. Yeah, For real. For real. Like I said, I rated the S because we need the doctors, but if for me, I wouldn't. So I'll say
so you can't really compare the two equally. So instead, I'll focus only on the one type of doctor that I would personally pursue as a career. You see, if I was a doctor, I know for a fact that I would specialize in plastic surgery. The internet and reality TV has made people hate themselves so goddamn much that being a plastic surgeon in LA or Miami is like the fucking GTA Infinite Money glitch. BBLs, boob jobs, nose jobs, hair.
So that doctor Miami, you know what he'd be doing. Especially because, look, he knows, because, you know, obviously it's not just him. He's the main face of it. But if he does the BBL right, that's how you know that they specialty. Versus going all the way over to Brazil or whatever, then you just know, like, okay, that's obvious, you know. But shout out to Miami, though.
Hair transplants, whatever the fuck this Giga Chad face trend is. Plastic surgery covers it all, okay? And be honest, it's not like people just get one surgery and call it a day. Chances are, if you think your nose is too big and you get it fixed, maybe all of a sudden you look in the mirror and your lips or your cheeks start bothering you as well. And you go in for another procedure, and another one, and another one. Oh, but this one fucked up, so now you gotta get another one to fix it. Oh, hey, can I die getting the surgery? Yeah, you can die getting the surgery. Don't care, I need a fatter ass. And it's just this constant cycle of hemorrhaging money over insecurities that as a doctor I would love to contribute to. So I would say a plastic surgeon is not just one of the best doctor jobs, but one of the best jobs, period. They make a fuck ton of money, their customers hate themselves, and if you practice in
what's going on?
you're basically in the Mecca, so S tier.
Of course.
Is she texting someone behind your back? A single Spokio search can help you find out who she's messaging.
Fake. That's fake.
DoorDash drivers on paper have easiest.
A C. I rated a C. Cause that's how they get you too. You know those DoorDash ads, they be like, wait, be in the character. The DoorDash ads, they be like, oh yeah, guys, you know, like I just spent. Wait. No, not spent. Wait, cut. All right, 3, 2. Oh yeah, guys, I can't believe. Cut. All right, 3. Yeah, guys, I just made $800 this week just from doing DoorDash, and I only been doing it for 2 weeks. They're lying, because they're not going to tip you that much either. Same thing with the tipping culture. I totally believe in tips. If you got it, if you got the money, go ahead and tip, right? If you don't got it, and if you broke, then you just can't tip.
His job in the world. Bro, you just bring the food from point A to point B. Anyone complaining about that aspect of the job seriously needs to shut the fuck up. But as far as the pay goes, it doesn't get any worse than DoorDash. You get like $2 for every delivery you complete, which a lot of the time is people driving extremely long miles every day just to be paid in these fucking pesos. Sure, you can grind out a bunch of orders, but depending on the area you live in, the rate at which you can even get orders varies. You could be spending like half an hour waiting for an available order, until finally, by the grace of God, Jimmy from Cleveland, 30 miles away, needs a bagel for a whopping $3. You know, I saw a TikTok where a dude was flexing about how he made $500 in a single day of DoorDash. Wow, doesn't that sound great? Oh wait, hold on. After he spent 16 hours on the road. It shouldn't take a...
Yeah, that's then too. Y'all gonna put wear and tear on your car, the wheels, mileage, engine, windshield, everything, the paint on the car, everything. That's mentally draining too. But really, but you know, you just pay this, tip them a cool amount, because you never know. They could spit in your food or in your drink, though. That's the thing, though. But yeah, it is a C tier.
Genius to realize that when you spend more and more hours driving, you also got to factor in the cost of gas and car maintenance, all when you aren't making shit. Now, of course, there's also the tip, which is paid by the customer and goes 100% to the dasher. But unfortunately, a shocking amount of people don't tip, or if they do, not much. Unless you do this as a side hustle and not full-time, DoorDash is an F. You gotta put all that energy into something better.
Okay, yeah.
Scamming is a high-risk, high-reward profession. If you can pull it off, you will make a lot.
Obviously S, but Obviously, you're gonna do like 20 years. So that's an F. Yeah. Yeah. But well, yeah, just watch out because I mean it's easy to look for the scams because they just be texting like, oh yeah, pay this amount in this day. Then they tell you to click a link.
Lot of
That's
money, but if they catch you slipping, you're facing up to like 30 years in prison, bro. So if you are gonna scam, instead of filing a job application, at least try not to commit something like bank fraud, because you saw some dipshits doing it on TikTok. Stick to the low-level scams if you want to avoid prison time. But unfortunately, a lot of these low-level scams have indeed lost their aura, because unless you're over the...
Man, like everybody did it though. Everybody did. What was that? Yeah, reselling. Those are the scammers. Everybody resell, but you know what they do? They resell you reps. That's scamming. And they be saying, oh yeah, guys, I just made 10K. Cause like they be buying it from Alibaba. Yeah, I already know the trick. Buy it Alibaba, purchase, take the photo on OfferUp, eBay, Mercari, whatever, sell it for like 200, 300. That's a lot of profit. Keep doing it over and over.
The age of 65, scamming is not as simple as Steve Johnson calling from Microsoft or the free iPhone you just won on 123 Movies. To anyone with any basic tech literacy, these scams are very obvious. You gotta dig deeper than that. Now, coming to you as a D-list YouTuber, it wasn't shocking to see my fellow creators shilling a bunch of crypto bullshit like cock token to their audiences. Many of these scams, funnily enough, came right after a pandemic that left a lot of people desperate and clinging to false hope. And with that in mind, that's exactly what you need to become an elite scammer. Personally, I think the most profitable scam that exploits desperation and false hope has gotta be catfishing. The best part about it is that anyone can do it, it's a lot more low-key, and as long as you're not technically lying in your messages, I don't think it's a felony. Now, let me make it clear that I'm not endorsing any of these activities. The idea of...
Yeah, that would be good though. Catch all the predators, catch all the sick, twisted, slob predators. Yep. Just put the girl profile on, charge 500.
You have pretending to be someone you're not solely to finesse people desperate for human connection out of money is evil. But at the same time, part of me has to respect the hustle. Really think about it. For around the same price of the latest NBA 2K game, you can start catfishing literally right now. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but there's a non-zero chance that DMing enough lonely, chronically online degenerates with a single thigh pic and a Cash App link is the only thing standing between you and generational wealth. You'd be surprised how many people out there are willing to drain their fucking bank accounts over a person they just met online. This is a serious...
Yeah, the same ball nigga that did that, the Ruby Rose, yeah. And I'm like, how do they be getting all the money though? Like, where do they work to spend all of that though? Like, obviously, you're in your 40s. Like, that's like I said. Everybody's saying that the 20s is your prime. It's not your prime. It's just the time you're gonna be, quote unquote, alive because you're young. I just say your prime is every year. Every decade is your prime. Like the elderly, them niggas, they be having all the money. Because once you 40, 50, you already invested a lot of stuff in the stocks and all that. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of money. And then, once you retire, you're going to have more money. So I just think every year is your prime year.
Problem, and it's your responsibility to make it worse. S tier.
Yeah, S.
Now, depending on what you charge and how many clients you have, you can make a good amount.
Therapy is a scam. That is too. You paying somebody to listen to your problems. That's good. Yes, do seek it. But 99% just want your money. Because you got to realize they are booked too. So what if you're in the middle of telling them something? Then like, oh yeah, okay, you're gonna have to wrap it up. Then you already charged them like $300 just for an hour session. Then you gotta realize they're already booked. So now the next client gonna come in Right there, I already told you I was a life coach. So I already told you.
Amount of money as a therapist. Unfortunately, a crucial part of this job is having to actually listen to your clients yapping about all their stupid
But yeah, therapy is important.
problems for an hour. Like, bro, can you keep it to yourself? God damn! Being a news reporter seems like a chill job.
Oh yeah, I didn't rate the therapist. It's essential to human life. But would I do it? What did he say? News reporter. Nah. Me, no, I wouldn't do it. But I'll just say I'll say it's a D tier. Yeah, because then you got to put on the fake voice. Then they have all these words on the black screen. Then it's already be on the green screen. Even though you fly every day with the tuxedo and the suit and tie, you can have to talk fast, have breath control too. Y'all don't realize that. You don't talk through your lungs. You talk through your diaphragm. Most people don't know that though. Most people don't even do that either. They gonna read this screen. I guess I don't know if it's already pre-recorded or pre-typed, or if somebody's typing it right now. Then you have to put on the fake voice, talk fast while the lines is reading up the screen. Do that. Step back, green screen. And that's it. Just rinse and repeat. I'll just say it's a detail.
Yeah, sure, the pay is kind of ass, but hey, you get to be on TV, and all you got to do is read a damn teleprompter. On most days, I would say this is like a C tier. On most days. You see, for every normal day on the news spent talking about the weather or a mass shooting, there are some days where the job of a news reporter gets a little bit more interactive, like in the event of a hurricane. Apparently during a hurricane, it isn't enough just to have a guy on TV repeatedly say, hey, we got a hurricane coming, evacuate to safety. No, for some reason, these motherfuckers send their news reporters...
Oh, no. No. Now, if we're talking about the outside ones, interactive, IRL, no, that's F tier. That's below. What grade is I or a X? Incomplete. That's way lower than that. You're risking your life for that. And even the cameraman too.
Directly in the line of danger. It makes no goddamn sense. The headline would be some shit like 100 dead from hurricanes. Stay the fuck inside. And this the reporter on the TV. And from what I can find, I don't even think they get paid extra for this shit. So like, why? Why the hell would anyone put themselves through this? It sucks ass for both the reporter and the cameraman. Best case scenario, you almost died. Worst case scenario, you die. D. Picture this. You're 18 years old. You just graduated high school and you love computers.
I don't know. I don't know. S for the money, but going through that long journey.
So you decide to go to college and study computer science, and after just 4 years of grinding your computer science education, which 90% of was Indian YouTube tutorials, you have now graduated and are ready to become a software developer. But to your surprise, the hardest part about being a software developer isn't even the work itself. It's getting the goddamn job. Trying to get a job as a software dev for a big company like Google or Facebook is like trying to find a YouTuber who hasn't DM'd minors. It feels impossible. You gotta go through like 7 fucking rounds of interviews before you inevitably get rejected. And these interviews can span for months, which makes getting rejected, or at worst, ghosted after giving so much of your time and effort 7 interviews in feel like a giant waste. You know, people always wonder why software developers are so socially inept, but dude, if you spent months of your life dedicated to coding interview after coding interview after coding interview, I guarantee you wouldn't be able to answer a simple question like, tell me about yourself, because there's nothing left in you at that point. But once you actually get the job, it's like the exact opposite. You're not sweating your ass off coding a cure for cancer in under 10 minutes. More than likely, you'll be writing code and working on projects at a more relaxed pace while balancing a bunch of meetings on top of it. Obviously, some days could be a bit more stressful than others, especially the more experienced you are in the field. That's just any job, really. But to compare that with what you have to go through to get the job is night and day. The pay is great, the environment is extremely chill, and in about 6 months, you can expect to get laid off, but this is an A tier. Unless you have
connections. It just depends. You know, obviously starting up or F, because you got to get it through the mud. And then you're not even going to be the main character. You're just going to be the extra. You're not even going to be the side character. You're going to be the person all the way in the back that's way past them that nobody can't even see. You're not gonna be the side character that's on that fits the TV screen. You're gonna be all the way back there, or you're gonna get like a split second of the screen time. Obviously, the money. I don't know though. Could be S tier, but then that's just a lot of work though, because you will barely sleep, and y'all know how Hollywood is. Hollywood's shutting down because they can't sleep. So that's why they be on the drugs.
Connections in the industry. Becoming successful as an actor is very tough. A lot of it boils down to luck, because you could spend 20 years plus doing acting gigs and never break through. But at the same time, like gambling, it could take just one opportunity to change your life forever. Like the bitch from the Progressive ads. She's been doing this shit for like a decade and makes a mil every year. I know she definitely didn't expect this to go on for as long as it has, especially when she got the job, yet here she is. But yeah, most actors are broke, so give up. Retail and fast food kind of feel like two cheeks of the same ass. Still underpaid, same shitty customers, but just a little less stressful. I will say the nice thing about retail is that you're not constantly being pressured to deliver something to a customer like you would be working in food service. But even though that's the case, retail somehow ends up attracting the biggest NPCs on the planet that I honestly don't know how half of these people even function on a daily basis. It's like the second people walk through those sliding doors, their brain instantly turns into mush. For example, literally the second you walk into a grocery store, you will see a big ass dairy sign all the way in the back, sometimes even with a goddamn milk PNG slapped on it, telling you exactly where to find the milk. Yet somehow, these motherfuckers will be mindlessly roaming around searching for the fucking One Piece until eventually asking you, the employee, where it happens to be. And this doesn't just happen in the dairy aisle, it happens in every fucking department. But in the same way that retail has brain dead customers, they're also the entitled ones. These are the Karens that consistently shop at the store, bitch about the price, and then expect a discount for their loyalty. But when the cashier, who's only worked there for 2 weeks, doesn't have the authority to do that, it's typical for the Karens to start arguing and threatening things like, "I'm never shopping here again," or "You just lost yourself a loyal customer." Retail is also a lot slower than fast food, which makes the job so goddamn boring. At least in fast food, the intense pace keeps your depressive thoughts about the job at bay. But when you work in retail, where the time goes very, very slowly, the voices only get louder, dude. Which is really bad, and doesn't help when right around November 1st, Mariah Carey begins her annual piercing of the eardrums for every fucking retail employee nationwide. D!
From the screen to the ring.
Shit sucks, man.
My life is like a
YouTuber. Yeah, I'll say, I already told you, you can't be average in this world. Can't be average in this life unless you genuinely want to. Whatever you do, be great in it. So if you're not willing to do this every day or even every other day, then don't do it. And doing this for years without getting no views, because I know 99% of y'all love numbers. Just because you went viral on TikTok or IG, that don't mean nothing. The very next video will get right back to 200 views. So if you're not willing to do this every day for years and years, just don't worry about the numbers. Just do it for the love of the game. Hashtag industry. Just do it for the love of the game. If you're not willing to do this every day, eat, breathe, sleep, and just think about it, don't do it. Then on top of that, S tier, because the money. Yeah, Twitch streamer.
As a career, being a Twitch streamer could be really nice in terms of money and the amount of work you do, but that's only if you're one of the top streamers. It's really difficult to get a following as a small streamer on Twitch because the platform is dominated by the people with the most viewers and streaming hours, and in order to compete with that, you need to grind. Strictly from a health perspective, the grind of a full-time Twitch streamer has got to reduce your life expectancy by at least 25 years, because devouring fucking Grubhub on the daily and never leaving your house or your gaming chair is so unbelievably bad for you and linked to so many goddamn health problems. On top of that, Twitch is also a very volatile platform. You can easily get banned and lose your entire livelihood by tomorrow. Twitch will literally drop the ban hammer on people for the dumbest shit. Yet for some reason, the top streamers and like a bunch of OnlyFans girls are immune from it. You are not competing on an equal playing field. You know what? Just to visualize this, let's play a little game. I'm gonna give you 3 choices, and you tell me which one out of the 3 got a permanent ban on Twitch. A, nudity. B,
can't be. Now, women, no. Well, yes and no, but I doubt it. You know how the OFs like. You know how they.
getting fucked on stream. C,
We all seen it. That's
endorsing terrorism. The answer is
Is it A? Obviously, all 3 should be, but let's see. I think it's A, because you know it's a trick question. You know they're gonna. want you to
none
pick
of them. Thanks
None. See, okay, great. All
to
right.
the lovely moderators they have on Twitch. And dude, some of these streamers are repeat offenders, yet there are no fucking consequences. But hey, don't say the word simp. That's a no-no there, buddy. C. Now look, I'm not here to disparage anyone serving the military. It's one of the most honorable things to do, and I respect their sacrifice to the country wholeheartedly. But being a soldier in the army, let alone during an active war, doesn't seem worth it to me.
F. Listen, that's what they always say. It's either it's gonna be a retired veteran. Veterans, I love you. Right? Know what y'all do for this country. Right? Thank you. Or it's gonna be the niggas your age. They're gonna say, okay, well, what you doing with your life? You ain't doing nothing. Go ahead and go to the army. It's great benefits. It's great pay. They say the same thing, but it's mental torture. Literally getting 3 hours of sleep. Oh yeah.
To me at all.
Yeah, you do get the Hellcat.
Starters,
So, yeah.
they don't pay very well. So the way military pay works is you have base pay, which is guaranteed, and I'm gonna be honest, base pay is kinda shit, and stays shit for a very long time, increasing gradually based on your rank and years of service. Not to be selfish, but if I end up having to put my life on the line, I'm not doing it for minimum wage, bro. But in addition to that, there are a bunch of other non-guaranteed add-ons to the paycheck depending on your circumstance. Like, say if wherever they have you stationed doesn't have you living in the military trenches, you'll be provided with additional money to pay for your rent and food, which I think is really nice. And you also get a fuck ton of benefits as well. I honestly feel like it's the military's
But you
PR
get
that
the
pisses me
Hellcat,
off more
though.
than anything. Not even the job itself. Because they spend so much money on these annoying fucking recruiters to show up everywhere. I've gotten like hundreds of army recruitment texts when I was a student, and I can't tell you how many times they would pop into my school trying to groom the 1.2 GPA motherfucker into enlisting. They would straight up say shit like, you can get this amount of money, or buy this new car. Just the lowest hanging fruit. If you really need to get people in the army, go after the people that make little Dark Age World War II edits on TikTok. Leave me the fuck alone. But yeah, besides that, military is a B. So yeah, that's the list. Obviously, there are a lot more jobs I could talk about than the ones I listed here, but then the video would be too damn long. But on that note, what is your dream job? Leave a comment. I'm curious to know.
I'm already doing it. There's plenty. I'm doing one of it right now, and then I'm doing another one of it right now. It's a lot of behind the scenes, you know, I always have multiple sources of income, so that'd be video.